Creed 3 is now out on the big screen for you guys to go and check out. I have just watched it and tell you guys my thoughts on it. Smash yours down in the comment section. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's talk about Creed 3. Okay, so Creed 3 is the third movie in the Creed sort of trilogy that's part of the Rocky universe. Now, look, this movie is all about the past coming back to haunt Adonis when his friend Damian, who used to be his boy back in the day, comes back with vengeance to take over the boxing world and to get what he thinks he is deserved. Adonis has to step in and do something about it. Now, look, I absolutely love the Creed movies. I think Creed 2 is exceptional. Creed 1 was exceptional as well. I love the Rocky movies. I absolutely do. I think they are the best sports movies out there. They are just so good. Rocky 3 is my favorite. And it's in my top 10 best films of all time. Like, I love that movie so much. It's one of my favorite films of all time. So I was naturally so excited for Creed 3. So excited. Even though the stuff with Stallone was happening, like, I love Stallone. And I will always be grateful for Rocky and what he gave us. But that stuff is to talk about for another day. Michael B. Jordan took the helm and decided he was going to do Creed 3. Now, I remember after watching Creed 2, I thought there was a story to be told with a third Creed. I thought there is still stuff to be told with Adonis. So when I heard they were doing it, Michael B. Jordan was doing it, I was absolutely excited. This was on my most anticipated list. This was the third most anticipated film. And I'll tell you what, it did not disappoint for me. Man, this film is absolutely incredible. This is the best Creed movie. I think it is the best Creed movie. I am debating whether or not this might be my favorite movie in the Rocky franchise. Now, I've only seen it once. I want to go see this again to make sure that I get a closer look to see if I think it is better than Rocky 3. Because I absolutely love that movie. That may be nostalgia talking, maybe. But this movie is up there. It is definitely probably my second favorite Rocky movie. Like, it is just that good. What makes this movie so good is there are no bad people in this movie. Like, they said it from the start that obviously Donnie and Damian have this brohood. Back in the day, they're like brothers. Maybe not blood brothers, but they are like brothers. They set in motion straight away that Damian isn't a bad dude. Like, everything Damian does, I totally understand 110% why he is angry and why he feels like he has been robbed of life. Like, I understood where he was coming from. And I never ever thought I would root for both of them. Like, when the final battle happens, when they finally get in the ring together and they fight it off, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I like both of these guys. And I understand both of their reasonings. I understand where they're both coming from. And that is absolutely exceptional. Like, I'm sitting there like, I don't know who to go for. Because I want them both to win. I want them to just squash this beef and be best friends again. That's just how good this movie is. That's how good the characters are written in this movie. Like, Damian has gone through absolute the ringer that life can throw at you. It's literally, you remember that quote that Rocky gave you about, it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Well, Damian is the definition of that. He has been hit and hit and hit and hit, and he is trying to get back the 18 years that he missed. And they establish it very early how talented Damian is, how good he is at boxing. And to have that robbed of you, I 100% see where he is coming from. And at times I sided with it. At times I was rooting for him. I wanted him to win. I wanted him to get what he deserved. I wanted, like, this guy that was all talented. Because what he did wasn't a bad thing. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And he was looking out for Adonis. So I understand where he is coming from. And Adonis has his own character arc going on as well. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's about him reliving the past. And then things happening in his life right now that he's got to deal with at the same time. And it's absolutely brilliant. Like, it's incredible. It's really, really good. Now, I have to talk about the actual boxing matches themselves. Wow. I mean, the first boxing match that opens it up, basically, with Adonis in there, was just incredible. the slow-mo, just everything about it was just absolutely incredible. I loved it. But it's that final battle, that final fight going on. Holy moly. Now I totally understand what people think about when you think about anime. Michael B. Jordan made this fight feel very much like it was an anime boxing fight. The aspects that he put in, the camera angles, the slow-mo, just the sheer velocity was just absolutely fantastic. There's this beautiful transition moment in this fight that changed the whole dynamic of the fight. And by doing that, what was so great about this transition was it no longer felt like it was a fight about the world title. It didn't feel like a fight that they are fighting for fame, for glory. No, by doing that transition, you got down to the core of what this fight was really about. And it was about two friends, two best friends who had all this built up anger, who were blaming each other for something that was neither their fault. And they feel like they have to fight it out in order to show the other person something. That's what it felt. And every punch, I felt the emotional weight. I didn't feel like that punch was like, bam, calculating thing. No, those punches were with pure velocity of like, I'm angry. I'm pissed off at you. This is no longer about that. This is about me and you. And it's just them going at it. And you just feel every single punch. It is spectacular. And that transition, the atmosphere that they build in that moment is incredible. And then when you get to the final round, oh my word, it's beautiful. And there's this beautiful moment that just, as soon as I saw it, I was like, this just reminds me of Goku and Vegeta. It does. When Goku and Vegeta just do the double punch and hit each other, I was just like, Michael B. Jordan knows exactly what he's doing. And it was beautiful. It was fantastic. The emotion of this movie, I wouldn't be lying if I said I wasn't tearing up in this movie multiple times. There's this beautiful sequence when Donnie's talking to Damian that I was like tearing up. I had water in my eyes because it was so heartfelt. The ending was heartfelt as well, and I felt that. I felt like the weight that they were both carrying off their shoulders. There's this beautiful, sad moment in this movie with Adonis and another character that is just heartbreaking. Like, thinking about it now makes me emotional. Like, it is super heartbreaking, and I thought that was a nice touch. Now, I did say when they were going to make another Creed that they didn't necessarily need Rocky in the movie. Rocky's story had been told. And I said that. I thought, Rocky, story's done. We don't need to see any more about Rocky in here. It's now about Adonis. But I would be lying if I didn't say this. I felt like this movie could have used Rocky in a scene. Because of everything that Adonis was going through, I felt like there was something where Rocky went through. And it could have been something that could have been utilized. And maybe Adonis goes to Rocky. Like, Rocky doesn't have to be in the movie, but one scene with him where he talks about this and he gets some pointers or some tips or something like that. That would be something that I would have liked to see in here, but nevertheless, it's not a necessarily like something that needs to be in here. So that's okay. I'm also glad that Drago come back. Like, I really enjoyed what they did with Drago in here, and it made sense as well. And it showcased that Creed 2 wasn't just the end of him, like it was for his father. Like, he's still going on and still boxing and stuff like that. So I enjoyed it. But overall, this is absolutely fantastic. It is so good. I love it. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. So let me know your thoughts down in that comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.